The Blackwater River is a dark, winding scar through ancient forests, its waters nearly black from tannins leaching out of decaying leaves. Sunlight barely touches its depths, leaving the river in perpetual twilight. For generations it's been both a lifeline and a source of fear for the towns along its banks. The river moves slowly, hiding powerful, unpredictable currents beneath its surface. A cold mist clings to the water, fueling legends and stories of the supernatural. Locals treat the river with a mix of reverence and caution, teaching children to avoid its deepest channels. Fishermen learn to read its subtle moods, knowing the river keeps secrets in its shadowy depths. The Blackwater River is more than a landmark. It's a living legend, a place where the unknown feels close. Every ripple and shadow hints at mysteries beneath. For centuries, the river has swallowed boats, claimed lives, and inspired tales whispered around campfires. But everything was about to change, thanks to one man and a single day on the water. Curiosity and fear have always mingled along the Blackwater River. Local legends speak of monstrous fish and vengeful spirits lurking in the depths. Old fishermen tell of lines snapping with impossible force and shapes gliding beneath their boats. The river's drowned forests, ancient trees, submerged long ago, create a maze where divers get lost and imaginations run wild. The darkness of the water is a blank canvas for the community's deepest fears. By day, people laugh off the stories, but at dusk, the river's mysteries feel all too real. The Blackwater River is a familiar sight, yet remains a vast, unexplored wilderness. Here, nature still holds the upper hand. Elias Thorne knew the Blackwater River better than anyone. 50 years as a fisherman, never one for tall tales. He believed the only monsters were the giant catfish in the river's deepest holes. One misty morning, Elias set out early, heading to his favorite spot, the catfish cradle. The river was unusually still, a heavy silence hanging in the air. Hours passed with no sign of life, until suddenly, Elias felt a slow, powerful pull on his line, unlike anything before. At first he thought he'd snagged a log, but then it moved, dragging his boat with relentless force. His heart pounded as he realized this was no fish. The struggle was silent and immense, the river itself seeming to pull him in. Driven by curiosity and fear, Elias fought to reel in whatever was below. Inch by inch, he hauled the impossible weight toward the surface. The boat creaked, the line strained, and Elias braced himself for the unknown. He was no longer the fisherman. He was the one being reeled in, and what he would find would change everything. As Elias pulled, the water churned and something massive broke the surface. It was a bone, pale, curved, impossibly large. More bones followed, a colossal spine, vertebrae the size of dinner plates, and needle-like fins. The skeleton was serpentine, hundreds of feet long, with a skull like a crocodile's but filled with rows of razor teeth. The eye sockets were vast, empty voids staring back at him. Elias's fear was absolute. This was no fossil, but the fresh remains of a monster. The legends were true. Something ancient and terrifying had lived in the river. Shaking, Elias cut his line, watching the skeleton vanish into the black water. He raced back to town, the image of the monstrous skull burned into his mind. The Blackwater River's secret was no longer just a story. Elias's story spread quickly. Skepticism met with the terror in his eyes. The town buzzed with fear and excitement. The river felt suddenly alien. News crews and monster hunters arrived, but the river revealed nothing more. The catfish cradle kept its secret, and outsiders dismissed the tale as fantasy. But locals believed Elias. They knew the river, and they knew him. The discovery changed everything. No one swam in the river, and fishermen avoided the deep. The Blackwater River became a place of dread, its legend now grounded in a first-hand account. The skeleton was never found again, but the lesson remained. Our world is still full of mysteries. The river's secret lives on, a chilling echo from the deep, reminding us that some things are meant to remain unknown.